Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to attend tonight's webinar. My name is Richard, and the time now is 8 o'clock Singapore time, and we are starting now. So, if you are watching us for the very first time, please join our Telegram channel, Passive Crypto Wealth. And it is a channel, so it will not be noisy, so that you can be kept posted of upcoming crypto webinars and updates. So you just have to search for passive crypto wealth in the Telegram to join the channel. All right. So let us begin. Now, there is actually a big news that happened in Singapore, right? Do you know what the big news is? Now, the big news is this. DBS have set up a crypto exchange. Now you may see the box there. It says 10 December 2020. That's actually old news. So in case you do not know, our national bank DBS have already set up a crypto exchange. And how are they doing now that it's almost a year into their news that they are setting up this exchange? Let's have a look. So this news release on DBS website is dated 11 November, so that's earlier this month, and it says that the DBS has already recorded 600 million Sing dollars in digital assets under custody as of end of October, right? And this amount was triple the amount recorded in the previous month, that means September. So that's not bad. I wonder who are these customers. So according to this press release, the customers are banking and financial institutions, a central bank. I wonder which central bank, and other digital asset exchange, other crypto exchanges. So together, DBS crypto exchange have 500 participants inside right now at the time of this press release by DBS. 500. But how come we don't really hear about this? So the reason is very simple because it's not like you and I can walk into a DBS branch now to open a crypto account because we can't. Because DBS Crypto Exchange is currently open only to institutional investors and accredited investors. So if you are an institutional investor or if you are a accredited investor, then they will entertain you. So all those 600 million Sing dollars worth of crypto assets belongs to this group of customers. And the good news is DBS have recently also announced that they are looking into extending their crypto exchange to the retail market, people like you and I, sometime next year. So perhaps the day will come that we can walk into, oh, okay, now COVID cannot walk into a branch, but the day may come that in our internet banking of DBS, we can just click a button and we can open a crypto account under DBS. But until then, we will have to use the other crypto exchange that are still available to retail customers like us. Okay, so that's one big news. Now there's another big news. Okay, this other big news is that OCBC on the 20th of November 2021, just about 10 days ago, has also announced that they are studying to launch a crypto exchange. Now that's interesting, right? When startups are looking into crypto exchange, we may say that it is a scam or it is a passing fad. But when the national bank is looking at it, or in fact set it up already, and then now OCBC, the second bank in Singapore, is also looking at it, well, I think it's not just a fad anymore. Okay. So if you currently still think that crypto is, you know, not not useful or is a scam, then I think we have to look into it and study deeper into what crypto is all about. Okay, so this is the second big news. Now, would UOB be the next one? We don't know, right? So if you know someone inside, maybe you can ask them. All right. So one more thing. Now, this statement is made famous by a very famous guy, and he is none other than Steve Jobs. But of course, Steve Jobs is no longer with us. So his number one man, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, also recently, uh, when asked whether he owns crypto, said that he already owned crypto for a while, right? And of course, this is on his personal basis. All right. So he says that he thinks that it is reasonable to own it as part of a diversified portfolio. So the keyword here is diversified portfolio. So don't put all your assets into crypto because it's very volatile. Okay. So, but as part of your asset for the purpose of diversification, then I think you can consider. Okay. Now, how about you? Do you today already have crypto in your portfolio? Or are you, if you have, are you looking to add? If you don't have, are you looking to include some? Well, you have come to the right place. Okay. So this gentleman here, his name is Harry Markowitz. He is the 1952 Nobel Prize winner for economics. And he says that diversification is the only free lunch in the financial world. So this is very, very important. Never put all your egg into one basket. So with this Nobel Prize winner, he says this, and what do fund managers and many retail investors do? So traditionally, they will diversify into things like stocks, bonds, properties, gold, options, so that you have a diversified portfolio so that if one get hit, not all get hit, hopefully, right? So why not also allocate part of your portfolio to crypto, right? So that's what diversification mean, and that's what Tim Cook mean by saying that it is reasonable to include cryptocurrency as part of a diversified portfolio. So with this in mind, my partner and I in Wealth and Joy set up a special interest group under Wealth and Joy called Passive Crypto Wealth. And in this special interest group is where we focus on crypto education and opportunities. And we put it all under this roof instead of under Wealth and Joy, which is for the traditional financial assets. All right. So if you have not already joined our Telegram channel, so please go ahead and join Passive Crypto Wealth by searching for it. And now for the very important slide, the disclaimer. You are responsible for your own profits and losses. The speaker's opinions are their own and does not represent Wealth and Joy or Passive Crypto Wealth's opinions. Wealth and Joy, Passive Crypto Wealth, its owners, partners, and sponsors are not responsible nor liable for your losses. Wealth and Joy, Passive Crypto Wealth events are for educational purposes and should not be construed as advice. And when you're in doubt, please seek professional help. So with that out of the way, in tonight's webinar, we are going to have a Q&A session. So later on, please feel free to type in your questions anytime into the chat box that you see on the bottom right of your screen. If you're watching us on the mobile device, then you will need to scroll up or down to look for the chat box. So at appropriate times during the webinar or at the end of it, we will be posting the questions to our speaker tonight to answer for you. So please look for the chat box and type in your questions anytime. All right. So as you know, if you have watched the Wealth and Joy YouTube channel or webinars previously, you'll know that I like to talk about these two paths to wealth, the DIY path or the DFY path, done for you path or do it yourself path, right? So in tonight's session, AK, our expert crypto investor, is going to share with us how he DIY his way to crypto wealth. So that if you like to do what he is doing, then you can consider taking up his offer at the end of the webinar. All right. So tonight is not the done for you path. Of course, there are also done for you crypto service providers out there. And in the poll that we conducted in our Telegram channel, about over 80% of you have expressed interest in adding crypto into your portfolio. So I have been talking to some friends in the crypto space to come on board webinars under Passive Crypto Wealth to share more with you. So tonight is our very first one, and it is via DIY, where you can learn and you can do it yourself. Okay, and future webinars or information that we'll share in our Telegram channel, it could be DFY as well. All right, so this is a very stunning price chart. Now, if have you ever wondered, just 10 years ago, using just $100, and you invest it into all these companies that you see on the screen right now, and you also put $100 into Bitcoin 10 years ago, how much would it be worth today? Right? $100 is not a lot, right? So 10 years ago, if you put $100 into companies like Amazon, it will turn into $3,300. Not bad, right? 3,000% return. But if you had the guts to take the risk of putting $100 into Bitcoin, it would have turned into 9.2 million US dollars for you today. That's crazy, right? So are we too late into investing into crypto today? Well, the purpose of tonight's webinar will be to answer this very important question, right? So crypto already grown so much. Are there still opportunities in the crypto space to make investments? Well, that's what we are here to learn from AK tonight, because he's going to share with us about his crypto investing journey, and he's going to share with us whether we are late to the game right now. Now, AK have turned $15,000 to a six-figure crypto portfolio since 2017. Now, that's not too shabby, isn't it? So, without further ado, may I hand over the stage to AK to share with us more about his journey and also give us his insights and how people like us can we still enter into crypto investing right now, or are we too late into the game? So, AK, take it away.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much. I would like to wish a good evening to everyone. Hope you guys already had dinner. Or for those who are joining us in mobile, I hope you are traveling back home and going back to rest. So I just want to introduce myself. My name is AK, or my actually it's called Akyong. Just too short, AK will be good. And I'm going to share my screen in a while. Give me a minute, yeah. Just to bring up my presentation for tonight. So tonight, I'm going to present to you our Crypto Night Masterclass, Discover the Future of Money. And it's going to be very informative. And at the same time as well, I would like to seek your participation along the way. Okay, because of all the presentations I've done, and many of my audience will feedback, and I always tell them say that when you participate, you type in questions, you participate in my questions, answer questions, you are able to take back more at the end of the session. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to start. I'm going to start off by doing the first thing that I've been always asking everybody. What brings you here today? Share them in the chat. Just type it in the chat itself. What brings you here today? So maybe I'll share a little bit more while waiting for you guys to type is, I've been investing since I was 18 and 19 years old, doing traditional stocks, a bit of unit trust, commodities, a little bit here and there. And towards the late 2016, I discovered Ethereum and the concept of smart contract. That idea fascinated me so much. So I decided to find out more about myself, try to understand what Ethereum is all about. And soon after, I realized I got more questions than answers. So from there, I decided to say I need help. I needed somebody to guide me, to tell me what's going on in the crypto world and how to get invested. So that's where I got started. I joined Chris, who was starting his crypto trader course. I signed up in late 2017, started investing, and today Chris is expanding his team, got me on board, and here I am helping many others to kickstart their own cryptocurrency investing journey. So let's take a look at some of you guys who are asking about it. Questions. Andrew, I saw your question. Yeah, we'll answer to that at the end of the session. All right. So Teddy has said to make money. Yes, definitely. Investing is definitely to make money. Okay. Kala said get started in crypto. Well, hopefully after my presentation, you can have an inkling of how to get started. John is want to know more about crypto. R is curious to know more about cryptocurrencies. Justin as well, and also Joe and JK to better understand cryptocurrency. Great. I mean, you guys have very good reasons to find out more, just like myself, as I always believe that to better educate yourself before you start investing into cryptocurrencies. So before I continue, I'd like to share with you some of the news that I picked up. So this is one of the news I picked up last year before we hit that massive bull run in the first half of the year. Square, which is a listed company in the US, they are kind of like our Singapore's GrabPay. They are a payment company listed in US. They bought 50 million of Bitcoin in October. Within 3 months, that 50 million became $250 million without doing any operational profits. It's just an investment and we're 5 times gain. 1 year on, Jack Dorsey, who is the CEO, is going to build mining machines, Bitcoin mining machines. And I'm going to touch a little bit on what these Bitcoin mining machines are about. So can you think about it? They are not just buying to Bitcoin and investing, they're actually investing to equipment that will mine more Bitcoin for them as well. Recently, you will have seen a lot of crypto.com advertisements plastered everywhere. I saw their posters or a big banner over at Orchard Plaza or something like that. It's an old Orchard shopping center. I saw advertisements on the Bugis shopping center, the mall itself. And Matt Damon is their front man right now. Not only that, so can you imagine crypto.com is putting a lot of money into marketing, to getting new members and new investors to come in. Very basic, normal people like you and me to start investing to crypto. I'm sure many of you guys who have heard of this lady called Katie Wood. She also started investing to crypto, and she explained how crypto or Bitcoin in specific could rise up to 400,000. Today we are barely about $55,000 to $57,000. 400,000, which means that it's going to be an additional 7 to 8 times gain there. And to double down on what she said, ARK Invest actually bought 29 million worth of shares in a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And to continue their prediction, ARK Invest throws a weight into their new Bitcoin ETF. So they are coming out with an ETF as well. Can you imagine so much effort is going into the cryptocurrencies? We also see MasterCard and Visa joining the party. MasterCard to allow merchants to accept select cryptocurrencies on the network. And when MasterCard does it, Visa also would like to do it. So what does these two companies have done in the past year? MasterCard and Bark, which is actually one of the crypto exchange, are offering innovative crypto solutions. So right now, it's a possibility that you can pay for stuff using your MasterCard using crypto. So if you buy Bitcoin and you want to spend that Bitcoin, you can use it via MasterCard and their network. And the interesting thing, Visa is going the other way around. Visa is entering the crypto world via the NFT space. So they bought an NFT called CryptoPunk for $150,000. I'm going to show you guys what Visa bought. This is a CryptoPunk. And Visa bought this for $150,000. I'm pretty sure many of you guys will be like, what is this? Why is this even worth $150,000? And that has evolved cryptocurrency to the next level, NFTs, and why NFTs are so popular these days. It doesn't matter what it is all about. You can never understand. It's like artwork. And when you buy a little rock like this, an image of a rock, and you put it next to a Rolex, suddenly one watch is 10 to 20 times more expensive than a normal watch. And this is not the only start. This is just the start of the entire NFT space. Snoop Dogg, which is an NFT, he actually collects 17 millions of them. Younger generation will probably know Logan Paul, which is a YouTuber. He's collected 155,000, or he paid $155,000 on an NFT as well. Is it ridiculous by digital history? And I've been dragging out so much about NFTs. They're actually non-fungible tokens. So it's kind of like to say that this item is one for one or is unique and certified by the blockchain. So before I continue to talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and what all the other huge crypto spaces, can provide, I'd like to bring you guys back to something a little bit more fundamental, and a thing called change. So I'd like to ask everyone and check with you guys, do you have these sets of books at home? Share with me in the chat, guys, if you have this set of books at home. Type yes in the chat so I can find out if you have this set of books at home. For the younger generation who have no idea what these set of books are, these are encyclopedias. They are books where if you need information, you will buy them. They are very thick books, many volumes of them. Okay, I see Joe. Joe said used to have, yes. As a kid myself, when I was very young, my parents bought these books for me as well. But what has replaced them? I shifted out of my parents' place. I don't even think of buying a set of these books. So share with me in the chat, guys, what has replaced them tonight or today, even literally. There's a change that I want to talk about. Share with you guys if you guys have any idea. So, how do we search for information today? Either we go to a library or we use this service called Google. Google literally changed the way we search for information. At the snap of a button, we literally find information ranging from news to stocks to even recipes that we can cook for our family. So Google provided a service that literally changed the way we search for information. And this change is permanent and almost irreversible. So why is change so important? There are two types of change in this world: cyclical change and structural change. Cyclical change is something like the weather. You can be hot and like rainy in the morning and then hot in the afternoon, then back to rainy at night again. Or it can be a whole day of super hot weather. Tomorrow it's going to be rain. The interesting thing about cyclical change is that us as humans, we can adapt. We can adapt to it, we can change. But I want to talk more about structural change. And why is it important? Because structural change literally affects your life. And from that point onwards, it will change your life and how you live around it. Just like a butterfly here that I share with you guys. You never see a butterfly turn back into a caterpillar. Am I right? It's always a caterpillar through a chrysalis, then after that, the butterfly. That change is permanent and irreversible. So many of our situations in our lives, we actually experience such changes as well. So share with me in the chat, and let's ask the question as well. How do we take photos today? And I'm gonna do a short little example on how it affects us financially in a way as well. So how do we take photos today? Now let me know in the chat. Yes, John, Joe, Zach, thank you for your answering. We use a mobile phone today, but back then in the 90s, we use a camera, a film camera. So we buy rolls of film, we load them in the camera itself, we take photos, finish already the 32 or 36 shots of it, bring over to a photo studio to develop them. And it takes about maybe 3 or 5 days to get them developed before we can collect them and share with our friends. So today, what has happened? With our mobile phones, we literally just snap a photo, we send it to the rest of the world. Through social media, we send it through WhatsApp, through our friends, and it literally costs nothing. So can you realize that within the last 20 years, there is almost no photo development studios out there in the market right now? A mobile phone that includes a camera has literally changed the way we take photos. And that's just a tiny bit of how that role effect rolled out and affected the photo studios and the financial impact itself. So how about it? Let's say if it's a big financial change. And I'm going to share with you a company called Amazon and how they could literally change the way. Earlier, Richard shared a chart, let's say if $100 invested into Amazon. So I'm going to share with you guys how that could also financially change your life. Amazon started out in the IT era where, in 1997, where they are only worth $1.73. I'm sure many of you want to buy Amazon at this price, am I right? But think about it this way. Amazon started in 1997, where they are a company that sells books online, where half of the world, or more than half of the world, has no connection to the internet. If we travel all the way back in time, would you dare to invest in a company like Amazon? As we all know, what happens with the dot-com bubble? Amazon shares also rise up together with it. A company that sells books online with more than half of the world not connected, and they can go up 90 times. Crazy, right? So what happens after that? The dot-com bubble burst, and Amazon shares came crashing down to $8. So now I'm going to ask you the same question again. Would you invest in a tech company where the share price has fallen almost 90%? Probably not also, right? But if you have believed in the innovation ability of Amazon, you have put your money into it, let's say $10,000 into it, it will have returned you $4.1 million today. That is literally life-changing money. So, would you think that if you invest in a company that can disrupt the future and can get this kind of gains? And do you realize that Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies could potentially do the same for you? So before I continue on with all that, let me officially introduce myself. So my name is Akyong and call me AK. I graduated from Monash University and I majored in e-commerce. I spent 1 or 2 years in the IT industry, but I moved on into the night entertainment industry and I spent 7 years there. So what happened was that COVID happened, shut down my industry, and I was forced to change. But my passion in investing didn't change at all. As mentioned, I started investing when I was 18 and 19 years old. I spent a lot of my time reading books, understanding stock movements while I was in the army. And I got into crypto late, somewhat late in a way, as I always say. And Ethereum smart contract simply just fascinated me. The idea was so amazing. So I started to find out myself. I started to search for information. There's so much information out there, even back then. And I had so much questions. When I found answers, I realized that I have more questions after that. So I signed up for the crypto trader program in late 2017, got trained under Chris, which is the founder of the crypto trader, and soon I started to invest into cryptocurrencies. 4 years down the road today, as I turned $15,000-$20,000 into a six-figure portfolio. And Chris saw my passion in helping the community. He was expanding his team, asked me to come on board to help many others want to kickstart their cryptocurrency investing journey, as well as to guide many others along as well. So I'm going to share with you some of my first few cryptocurrencies that I bought way back in 2017. As I mentioned, I really like Ethereum, and I bought some Ethereum at $400. So I spent about $1,000 as my first investment. Today, these are worth $13,800 in 4 years. Soon after, I tried to buy some Bitcoin as a birthday present for myself. I bought about $900 worth trying to be the very hot number, Chinese like the very hot number. Want to buy $8,888, but the system, caught me at this amount. Today, this $900 is now worth $8,250. How many of you wish you had bought, cryptocurrency like Ethereum or Bitcoin at this price? Type me in the chat. And I'm going to share with you I stumbled upon a photo where I was in one of these master classes that Chris held on. And also, I'm also sharing many of it as well. So I was sitting in one of these classes, going through 1.5 hours, and soon I got into the trading program, got trained, started, investing, and sharing with our community members about what is the current cryptocurrency movements, what is good, what is bad. And soon, Chris asked me to join him to start mentoring to help others as well. So this is one of the classes that we used to hold pre-COVID days. But really, I'm sure many of us will miss such classes or in a classroom together, right? So here I am, found myself in this room, helping many others to also learn cryptocurrency investing journey. So we'll start off by sharing with you the 3 crucial systems for success when you're investing into cryptos and Bitcoin. So many people think that when you want to invest into crypto, you either need to be like a computer geek or a financial guru who stares at screens, right? In fact, investing into crypto can be simple, practical, and profitable, and you don't need to be any of them. So before I continue to talk about that, I'd like to explain to you what is Bitcoin. So many of you guys who have no idea what cryptocurrency is all about, I'm going to explain a little bit about the number one coin or the first coin that was ever created, a little bit, so that you can better understand what Bitcoin is all about. So Bitcoin is the first digital currency that's not issued or backed by any banks or governments. Bitcoin is decentralized and borderless. As such, you can transfer funds from one place to another at very low cost, at very fast speed. So there's a total supply of only 21 million, no more, no less. When all 21 million Bitcoin are out, there'll be no more new Bitcoin out there. Today, we have about 18.7 million Bitcoin circulating in supply. And this brings about scarcity and limited supply. So this is very important, guys, because this actually forms one of my investment theses. And I'm going to share with you as well. The miners, they support the blockchain. So what is miners? Earlier, I talked about Jack Dorsey setting up their own mining rigs and farms. So I'd like to highlight that this one little machine here, hopefully you guys see my square box. That one single machine is called a mining rig. An entire cupboard like this is called a mining rack. And when it stretches across a massive warehouse, this is called a mining farm. So anybody can set this up anywhere across the world. Therefore, they are considered decentralized because no one person, no one entity owns the entire Bitcoin network. And therefore, they are distributed as well. So it can be anywhere as long as you have access to electricity and internet. That's all you need. Last of all, because of the blockchain technology, transactions are immutable or irreversible. If you try to edit any of the past transactions, the blockchain will block you out or will cut it off. And this is why it's so good that blockchain technology is about data entry and data correctness. Okay. So miners, they are rewarded with new Bitcoin every day. And there's always this halving, as we call. So it started off with being 50 Bitcoin being released every day. In 2012, there was a halving. Why we do halving is to limit the supply of new Bitcoin coming out. So in 2012, we hit 25. 2016, we hit 12.5. And just last year, in May, we got another halving. So roughly every 4 years, you have one halving, and we had 6.25. So the next halving, which is roughly in 2024, the supply will be cut by half again, which means that there will be lesser supply of Bitcoin coming out. And this is why it forms as one of my investment theses for cryptocurrencies or in Bitcoin in general. It's because this supply is coming down. But the demand for Bitcoin, as you can see, many people are buying up, many people are interested into cryptocurrencies. Demand is going up. So the basic thesis that I have is this. Supply is coming down. Demand is going up. What will happen to the value? Value will go up. So as long as this thesis stays true for me, I will always be invested into crypto. Hopefully, you will find your own investment thesis as I continue down my presentation. So I'm going to share with you one scenario of how Bitcoin can be used. And this is Ellie. So Ellie is from Vietnam. She's working in Singapore. and she wants to send her money back home to her family, which is southern part of Vietnam. So how would Ellie send money back home? Share with me in the chat, guys. How would Ellie send money back home? Bank transfer by John. Yes. Anybody else? There are many ways that they can send money transfer. So how do you send money across? PayLah. Okay, maybe not so for now, I guess. I don't think you can send money directly to Vietnam from Sing dollars to Vietnam dong. That will probably be a bank transfer as well. There are many ways to do it, right? So just keep sharing. I'm going to share with you one method that probably or generally how I see foreigners actually send money back home. So Ellie works in Singapore. Her salary will be credited to a DBS bank. On a Saturday afternoon, she will draw money out from her bank account. She will go to a money exchanger, withdraw Vietnam dong, pass it over to Western Union, who does remittance that will actually send to the Central Bank of Vietnam. Then it will reflect over to the retail bank of where her mother holds the account. Let's take a look at the whole process. Money exchanger. There's this loss due to currency conversion, right? Western Union, they provide a service. Therefore, services need to be paid. Central Bank of Vietnam, a bank doesn't provide free services. Therefore, the charges which will be charged to Western Union, which will be added on to Ellie's charge. Right? So can you realize that there's a lot of charges that these three players are that Ellie has to pay indirectly? Not only that, how about time? How fast will Ellie's mom receive the money? If Ellie can only do it on a Saturday afternoon, and banks are closed on the weekends, so the only time that they can process the transaction is on Monday. And when the weekends transactions are packed, they'll probably take 1 or 2 days before the transaction can be cleared, and that will be probably Wednesday. And when they transfer to the retail bank will receive that bulk of transfers. They will take 1 or 2 days to clear it off. By the time Ellie's mom received the money, that will be reflected in her bank account Friday. So can you see that it actually took almost an entire week for Ellie to send money back home? It costs so much and it takes 1 week. Doesn't make sense, right? So how would the Bitcoin network help? Ellie simply buys some Bitcoin, send the money to her mom. Her mom sells it to a local exchange and withdraw it out to the bank account. That's it. Even better, let's say her mom is not so IT savvy. Ellie can stay at home, open a crypto exchange account that's in Vietnam that is linked to her mom's bank account, and do it all from the comfort of her own home. She just buy Bitcoin in Singapore and she's transfer it over to an account that is in Vietnam, which is her mom's crypto account, log into her mom's crypto account, sell that Bitcoin, and then withdraw it out to her bank. How fast can this be done? Ellie can probably be lounging, watching Netflix, and doing it at the same time. Maximum within 1 hour, Ellie's mom will probably receive the money. And how much does it cost? Probably a little bit here and there. Buying and selling crypto and transferring out. That's it. And how cheap can it be? I'm going to share with you some of those whales that have actually done their transaction and how much did they pay to transfer that kind of amount. A Bitcoin whale moved 4.5 billion for only $21. Let that sink in a little bit, guys. They moved 4.5 billion for only $21. If you want to do it generally using bankers, lawyers, you think they will accept $21? No, this is a massive amount of paperwork to be done. And this can be done within minutes. Bankers probably prepare paperwork, get them signed, get them whatever. By the time it's what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Too old already. Or this, I found another one, Ethereum transfers. 1.3 billion back then, where Ethereum was only $2,000 plus dollars, which only transferred for only 65 cents, and it's only been done within 1 minute. Can you imagine trying to transfer 1.3 billion through the Ethereum network and being confirmed within 1 minute and only cost 65 cents? And that's how cheap it is. And the thing here is that we are not the only ones noticing this potential and benefits of cryptocurrency. Countries around the world are also noticing it as well, like Japan and Russia, Korea, Australia, Philippines, China, Vietnam, Malaysia. They are all seeing the potential of cryptocurrencies, right? How about smaller countries like Belarus and Ghana? They are also investing into cryptocurrencies. Like Ghana is they're investing their reserves into Bitcoin, a country's reserves into Bitcoin. And early this year as well, I wouldn't say early this year, mid of this year, El Salvador became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, which means you can literally pay Bitcoin for services in El Salvador. And what happens is that they also own a lot of mining rigs down there. They have mining farms. And how do they power those mining farms? They actually use thermal power. So they use thermal power provided by a volcano to print money in a way. Can you imagine how cool that is? So we're talking about across the world, countries around the world. How about Singapore? Recently, we have this fintech exhibition, and here one of our ministers are saying that crypto has a place in Singapore if regulated. So there is possibly a chance where we will see crypto as a regulated or recognized asset by the government. Not only that, so there are many countries around the world doing it. How about these two distinguished universities? Very smart people, one of the smartest people. You're all here teaching. Many people, the professors, they are also buying crypto for the endowment funds. These endowment funds are multi-billion-dollar funds, and they are long-term investment for them as well. So can you imagine? Universities are also investing into crypto. So I've been talking so much about all these situations, all the countries, and private investors or companies. I want to come back to how you and I, normal folks like us, how we can succeed in cryptocurrency investing without needing to be a computer geek or a financial expert. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the first system. A system on when to buy or sell Bitcoin. So having a system to know when to buy or sell Bitcoin is very important. And to emphasize that, I'm going to play a game with you guys. All right, do participate along the way. So I'm going to show you a chart. This is a chart of Bitcoin in 2018. And I'm going to show you why you need a system when you want to buy or sell Bitcoin. So I'm going to ask you guys to take it seriously. Now you have $10,000. You want to invest in the Bitcoin. If you think Bitcoin will go up, you type up in the chat. If you think Bitcoin will go down, you type down in the chat. All right. So I'm going to take a look at the chat itself and let me know how are your responses. If you think Bitcoin will go up, you type up in the chat. If you think Bitcoin will go down, you type down in the chat. So let's take a look. Stephen, Emma, Zach, Nick are saying up. JK and Justin are saying down. Who else? Teddy is saying down. So you guys are saying, oh, now we're about 50-50. Yeah, we are saying 50-50. Okay, Joyce is saying up. Ari, buy if dips. No, Ari, right now you are going to put in money. You think Bitcoin will go up or will go down? Okay. All right, let's take a look. Bitcoin went down by 10%. So those that say down, well, you got it correct. But those that say up, oh no, what's going to happen? Now you lost 10%. So what's going to happen next, guys? Let's do another one more round. You think Bitcoin will go up? You type up in the chat. If you think Bitcoin will go down, type down in the chat. Let's do one more time. All right. C is saying flat. Well, possible. Up, up. Philip, Justin, Joe, JK, Joyce, all are saying up. Any more? Any more, guys? Come on. Nick is saying up. R is saying up. Andrew is the only one that say down. No, wait. Teddy is also saying down. Okay. Zach is saying down. Arif is saying up. So let's take a look what happens, yeah? Bitcoin went down an additional 10%. So now you're down 20%. Would you feel scared? Would you feel like you are uncertain what's going to happen? Will it go additional 10% down furthermore? You feel very confused, right? But if you have believed in Bitcoin, or if you feel that this is a good time to buy in more, it's good because within 6 months down the road, Bitcoin actually recovered back to 20%. So do you realize that this game that I play with you guys are just guessing? Out of the two guesses out there, I don't know, maybe one or two of you guys who participate manage to get all two correct. So the thing here is this: we are not so lucky to guess how the market will move. And most of the time, to be honest, we have no idea where the price movement will go as well. So we cannot predict correctly all the time. And one of my favorite stock traders, when I was growing up, sounds so bad. When I was actually learning about investing, this is what he has to say. What exactly is a methodology? If you cannot answer that question, you're not ready to be risking money in the markets. And this is Jack Schwager. So Jack Schwager here referring to the stock markets. Do you have a system? Do you have a methodology to invest? If you do not have a system, you will always be risking your money. That's why we need a system. And if you think that the stock markets are scary, the crypto markets can be very, very volatile, like 10 times more volatile. What do I mean? I'm going to share with you two altcoins right now. The first altcoin is this coin called RAN. RAN within 24 hours gained by 30%. But another altcoin called Origo fell by almost 40%. Can you really predict such movements? Do you even have the time to monitor this daily as well? So unless you have a system, you're always closer to the side of failure and losses, right? Which is why it's important to have a system. And looking at this, the altcoins movement, I'm going to introduce you our second system, which is to choose good quality altcoins. Because if you look at that, right, 30% gain and 40% loss, yes. How do you pick those 30% gains and how do you avoid those 40% losses? Right? So you need a system on choosing good quality altcoins. So some of you guys who are new, who have not bought any cryptocurrencies, you probably be asking me, what is an altcoin? To simply put, I draw this out crudely, is anything other than Bitcoin. And why are altcoins good investments? I'm going to show you an example. Everybody knows Apple, right? Apple started out in the late 70s, 1970s, and Ronald Wayne, one of the investors, sold 10% of the share in 1976 for $2,300. Today, that 10% is worth $136 billion. So how can this happen? Well, you have to understand that Apple back then was just a startup company. And startup investing usually offers very massive returns. So good returns. They return multiples of profits. But the challenge here is this. Not everyone can participate in startup or young company investing. Why? Because usually these are usually open up to VCs, to angel investors, to family members. They are not issued to like people like you and me. Am I right? But things change with the crypto space. Now we can invest into small companies, into small tech companies, and reap massive profits. I'm going to show you a few of them. One of them is called Chainlink. And this coin, we noticed them during this period of time where they hit from $1 to $3 within a short span, about I think a month or so. And we look into it, we use our altcoin system, we check through it, and realize, hey, this coin is pretty good. That could be a good investment. A $1,000 investment here would have returned you $50,000, which means in 1.5 years' time, it's a 50 times gain. Amazing, right? How about this? When I always bring this presentation, I always have this little sadness in me because I invested into Synthetex. And during the quiet periods in 2018, 2019, Synthetex coin can return you 27 times gain. And why do I say I feel a bit sad? Is because when I invested into Synthetex, it was about 30 cents somewhere in August, I think. Yeah, somewhere here. Okay. When Synthetex starts rising up very fast in a short period of time, I saw it went up. And then when it came down somewhere here in the mid of November, I sold. So for 30 cents, I sold at 90 cents, a 3x gain. I'm like quite happy already, right? Because after that, we saw it all the way up. Then I was like, wow, CNs. But it came down. Okay. I'm like, okay, glad I'm sold at 3x. But what happens next totally caught me out. Remember I talked about that $1? That $1 is just here. So if I have kept my investments throughout, it will reach $20, which means that I could have 20 times my gain from that 3x, which is almost 600 times gain. That's how crazy cryptocurrency profits can be. Then another coin that I picked up this year, even though crypto market was going up very fast, is called this coin called Solana coin. And we knew that they are going to be challenging Ethereum as one of the ecosystem coins as well. So we checked through our altcoin system and it passed, and we shared with our students and our community members. So I'm going to share with you some of reviews or so-called testimonials by one of our students. His name is Winkit, and he bought some Solana, and within 3.5 months, he took back his capital and also about a 10% profit, as you can see here, over here. So another student of ours who put in a little bit more, $5,600, and he took out about 160 of them, or let me read a bit, 10K profit as of now. So all the Solana coins that they are holding are capital free, risk free investment, profit play only. And now they can use that capital to invest in the other cryptocurrencies as well. So this is how they recycle and continue to invest or stay in the cryptocurrency market to continue to pump their portfolio. Another one that I want to share with you guys, some of you guys may not have $500 or like $1,000. How about $50? $50 can return you $6,000 within 2 years. And I did that because I found out about Binance. I started buying a little bit. My first investment into Binance coin is only $50 only. Within 2 years, it has returned me almost $6,000. But I didn't just stop there. I continued to buy Binance coin along the way. I know today we are having some issues with Binance. We are not able to access them, but this is my profit. I keep buying. I spent about $2,000+. I have hit about $80,000 profit with just small continuous buying down the road. So this is the kind of returns when you get when you're investing into cryptocurrencies and altcoins. But the challenge is this: you never know how many altcoins, or there's too many altcoins out there to pick, and you never know which one is going to succeed, because there are many out there, too many out there. And I want to ask you guys this question, see if you guys can get it correct. How many altcoins are there today? Share in the chat, guys. How many altcoins are there today? This is just a snapshot, not all the coins out there. This is just like a subset of all the altcoins out there tonight. So let me see in the chat. Let me know how many. Zach, 1,300 plus. Well, there's a lot more altcoins out there. Still a lot more. Go higher. There's a lot higher. Any other guesses, guys? There are more than 10,000 altcoins. And I can officially tell you that 90% of them will fail. Last check today, I think there's about almost 12,000 altcoins already. This is considered semi-outdated, because there's a lot of scams, and many of them are promising over-leveraged returns. And this is also why you need a system, not just to choose the right altcoins to invest, but also to avoid the scams as well. And what I mean by this is another coin called Icon, and they are listed at 50 cents. And they went all-time high to 550. If you invested then, way back in 2017, you will be stuck there, because the maximum gain you gain is only 4 times X, and you need to wait 4 years. Or another coin, one of our community members brought this coin up. They were saying that how good this coin is, and when you look through the system, we're saying this coin really cannot. And this is what happens. This at 350, went all up to 555, and today they're only worth half a cent. How are you going to recoup your losses from here? There's no way you're going to recoup. It's almost 100% loss. And you will see things like this. This is right now some of the altcoins out there where you see a 98, almost 99% loss. This is what we call a rug pull. And what I mean by this, the developers, you invest in the coin, the developers say, oh, this is what they'll do, this is what they'll do, their roadmap, things like that. And suddenly, the developers just sell all their coins, leaving you holding worthless coins, where you trade them, nobody wants to buy. So these are the challenges out there. So altcoins can give you massive returns, but at the same time, there's a lot of pitfalls, there's a lot of scams out there as well. Okay, that's why you need a system to make sure that you don't buy into these altcoins. So the third system is to generate a passive income. And what do I mean by this? You have already bought some cryptocurrencies. Let's say you bought some Bitcoin, bought Ethereum, you already bought some altcoins, and what to do next? Use them to generate a passive income. And what do I mean by this? To share with you an example why crypto is such a good passive income generator, I'm going to use property as an example. So share with me in the chat, guys, why are properties such good investments for passive income? Or some of the challenges out there, right? The thing about properties is that they are hard assets. Yes, correct. Like say land is limited, rental yield, all this is. These are how you generate passive income. But there's a lot of challenge to it. If you realize that nobody has $150,000 just willing to buy a 1.5 million condo in Singapore, a good location combo, let's say 1.5 million, it's a big amount of money to come out with. And not only that, you face many other challenges as well, such as current situation where expats are not coming to Singapore, they are living in Singapore. So you'll be holding a unit where nobody is renting. You still have to pay your bank loan. You still have to pay for management fees, right? And what happens is this: if you are not able to pay all this off, you have to sell the unit, probably at loss, because so that somebody will pick it up and carry on paying all these fees and payments as well, bills. But do you realize that this is how illiquid this is and the high cost of challenge? But for crypto, you don't have to. Remember I talked about using $50,000, you also can start investing into crypto and how you can generate a good passive income from them. So in 2017, this is some of the passive income that we find. For 6 days, we can hit a 12% simple interest. Hit about 100 over percent also in 2017. Yes, many of you guys will say, this is old school things, this is old days, historical stuff, we want to know something new today. I found 100% as well this year, February. Same. There is still more than 100% or more than 60%, 50% kind of gains. Not gains really, these are dividends in a way, interest that you can get while investing in crypto, while waiting for capital appreciation. So you need a system to generate a passive income while waiting for capital appreciation. And I've been talking about systems the whole night. And why are systems good? The beauty of the system is that it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, you're young or old, it works for you. It works for everybody. Once you have a few systems in place, you execute them accordingly, it will work for you. I'm going to share with you an example and one of the mentees that I've taught. So Ken started out without proper guidance and he didn't know what he was doing, literally. And he ended up with more questions than answers when he tried to find out about himself. He put in $12,000 and he started to panic when his 12,000 started dipping down below 10,000. So I worked with him and I started to use all the systems that we placed, and slowly his losses turned into profits. And within 2 to 3 months, he actually up profit up to $5,000 and slowly learning how to lock in those profits. Okay. So here are the 3 systems that I shared. The first system of when to buy and sell Bitcoin, how to choose good quality altcoins, and how to generate a passive income using the coins that you have bought. All right. So for tonight, for you guys, I'm going to include one more bonus lesson, one more bonus tip for you guys. And that is to leverage on someone's experience. Why? Because by leveraging on someone's experience, you will actually shorten your time to actually learn the new skill. Okay, because there's so much information out there. As I mentioned, like myself or Ken, there's so much information out there. If you try to learn cryptocurrency on your own, you will be flooded. You won't know where to go, and you have trust issues as well. You don't know who to trust or whether will this be a scam as well. So the only shortcut way is to find someone with the guidance and the experience to guide you along the way. And to emphasize my point, I'm going to ask you guys this question. This is a very fun question. What is the cheapest way to go Thailand? Okay, so share with me in the chat, guys. What is the cheapest way to go Thailand? Since now, we have new virus that's coming up. Hopefully, it's being controlled. Borders are closing up again. But let's say borders are open. Share me in the chat, guys. What is the cheapest way to go Thailand? Walk. Oh, that's fast. Yes, many of our friends or presentation that I get, they always say, by bike or by cycling there, things like that. But literally walking there is the cheapest. So question is this: do you have 437 hours to walk non-stop to Thailand? And that's not to take into consideration food, water, your so-called lodging. You need to rest, right? You can't be walking 24/7 for like 437 hours, right? So imagine you put all this time and things into it, you probably take 600 hours. And how about cost? Food, money, all food, water, lodging, all these cost money as well. Am I right? So there's a rough estimate of 25 days and a lot of unseen costs along the way as well. So what is actually the most feasible and cheapest way to go Thailand? Which is actually to take a budget flight. And why do we pay a budget airline flight? About $144. It's because a professional pilot that is trained to fly a plane, they can take you there in Bangkok within 3 hours. And within 3 hours, you are in Bangkok ready to eat pad thai and drink a tom yum soup ready. So the idea of walking to Thailand may be the cheapest way. But look at the time taken and the hidden cost along the way. It's not feasible, right? And time is a very precious commodity. People will say, I can do it myself. I mean, sure, you can learn crypto on your own, but it's the same logic as saying that you want to walk to Thailand yourself. You may think it's cheap, but you don't see the additional costs or dangers along the way. And what I mean by this, I'm going to share with you some of the pitfalls that I see along the way as well when you are investing into cryptocurrency. One of them is actually a phishing website. Are you able to tell which is the fake website? So for some of you guys who are new to cryptocurrency, you may not know which one is it. And if you key in your details into a phishing website, you could lose all your money. We have some of our students who actually got into phishing websites and they lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars. It can be done. You will never know until it happened to you. And to save everybody, if you do invest in cryptocurrencies and you are into this situation, this is the phishing website. Do you see how close or how similar it is? And these are not the only scams as well. There are scammers who mix away with $600,000. There are scammers who actually provided fake wallet and you cannot access them once you put money in. How about this? Singaporean man lost 130K to a fake Bitcoin trader. Crazy, right? So many of us are new. We are not sure where and thus we might fall into such scams. How about this early this year? Have you seen this news? In March, a crypto platform in Singapore was hit by more than 17 police reports. And Talk announced that one of its employees was stationed outside of Singapore. They did some unauthorized trading and result in massive losses. So what the CEO does, the CEO decided to wind up the company and make all account holders to deal with the restructuring and insolvency firm. But as I look into this news, right, I start to realize one thing. They don't realize that maybe Talk is more like an MLM or Ponzi scheme. Do you realize that there's this one investor who has 350 accounts with Talk? And they get the 0.15, 0.45% amount traded a day. If you are investing in the cryptocurrencies, why do you need 350 accounts? Am I right? So if you are into this situation, do you realize that it's a little bit Ponzi style? Or there are recently this game where cryptocurrency is on the rise. This is what we call a honeypot scam. They are not able to sell their coins after clocking 45,000% gains. Why? Because the developers code it in a way that investors or us like us can buy, but we cannot sell. And only them is able to sell. And once they do it, they crash the coin, like a 98% loss, just like that. Or another one like this, a rug pull, 57 million gone within 2 hours because the developer just run away the money. And one of the investors, Brian Nguyen, you don't want to be a Brian, as we always say, is to buy first and do research later kind of mentality. You just throw in money and then hopefully that you will what big. This is what happened, falling to scams. Do you have over $1,000 to lose? Not many of us have, right? How about this? Very costly mistakes. One of when I was doing so-called training, somebody actually emailed me saying that they actually send money to a wrong account, and if I can help them, they will actually give me 10% of the help. So okay, I'll just give it a try. And later I found out that they actually input a wrong Ethereum address. A wrong address, and they transfer 4 Ethereum over. And you can never get back that Ethereum because right now it's in another person's wallet, or that wallet has not been created. There's no access to that wallet. Today, that 4 Ethereum is worth almost $20,000. Can you imagine losing $20,000 just because you key in a wrong address? And these are some of the costly mistakes if you are not trained in cryptocurrency investing. Not only that, throughout my years of investing, I pick up a lot of things: technical analysis, short-term trading, options, so many things to learn. I spend weekends, late nights, I do the wrong trade and I lost money. And I realized that I could have saved my time and saved the money if somebody will be there to guide me or to help me along the way as well. And cryptocurrency in the world, right, moves very fast. Even in the 4 years that I have moved, and these are the things that I see. When I first started out, there were ICOs, or what we call initial coin offering. This is standard like IPO, initial price offerings. Okay, so they were the ICOs, then they were Bitcoin hit $20,000, then the all-time high. And then as the bubble burst, we hit what we call the crypto winter. So prices crashed from $20,000 all the way to $6,000 to $3,000, and just flat line from there. But the thing here is this: even though we're hit the crypto winter, there are developers still coming into cryptocurrencies. And right now, because they are raising funds, they are not raising on their own anymore. They tie up with exchanges. So ICOs became IEOs. And what does this mean? Initial exchange offering. So instead of raising funds, they got an exchange to help them raise the funds, so that at the point of time where the coins are listed, they can immediately either trade it on the platform itself. Then just last year, we had the DeFi boom, or decentralized finance, and Bitcoin is way back up to $20,000. This year, Bitcoin and Ethereum hit multiple all-time highs throughout the years. As you can see, it went all down to 63,000, came crashing down to 30,000. Now we are back up to 55,000. We hit 67,000 just about a month ago. We come down to 55,000. So many of you have this same question that many of us I get is this: what is going to happen in 2022? Personally, I don't know. But what I can tell you is this: it's going to be a very exciting time in 2022 and onwards. I'm going to share with you a little bit more on what's going to happen as well, some of the news, all right? So the 3 systems that I share, and a little bonus is to when to buy and sell Bitcoin, how to choose good quality altcoins, and how to use them to generate a passive income. And the last of all, if you can, leverage on someone's experience. And this is the most important question that many of you are asking. Crypto has run up so much already. Are you late to the game? And I got one of my friends who is a comic artist. I got her to draw this comic for me. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. We are still not late to the game as well. I'm going to show you some of the reasons. The US Federal Reserve assets as of October 25th, I took this screenshot, sits at $8.5 trillion. And why is this so significant? Just to share with you how long it took them to hit 2.5. To hit the first 2 trillion over here, it took them 260 years. For them to hit the next 2 trillion, or the additional 2 trillion, It took them 10 years. During the Obama period and after that Trump, they did bring it down a little bit. But once COVID happens, you see here, this is COVID, it shot up due to all the stimulus packages that they released. And we don't see that the stimulus package are ending soon. It keeps going up and up and up. So can you imagine within 3 months to a year, they actually gain more than double of that as well, and they are continue to be growing. And this caused a lot of concern to many people because they realize that governments are printing money indiscriminately, causing maybe in the future US dollar might be might be losing their value. So there's a high demand of store value like gold, silver, and the current generation, Bitcoin. This is also one reason why Bitcoin is such an important asset to preserve your wealth. Some of our other friends might ask this question: will Bitcoin have another wave? I'll just say, well, we're still early in the game. We're still early in the game. I always tell them. So how early is early, right? In March 2014, a group of researchers came up with this Bitcoin adoption lifecycle based on the technology adoption lifecycle. March 2014, that's almost, 7 years ago? We are considered early adopters. And what do I mean? Early adopters are really retail people who are just telling on forums, say, hey, buy Bitcoin lah. Bitcoin will make you a lot of money in the future. Bitcoin is only worth $100. What have you got to lose? Right? This is the early adopters. Today, I couldn't find the same researchers who do the same project, but Osprey, one of those fund managers out there, this is what they see. January 2021, we are now considered the early majority. So we have already gone past the early adopters. We are hitting the early majority because private investors, institutional investors, countries, they are coming into cryptocurrencies. And why is it here is good? It's because here is where you gain your 5x to 10x. If you have reached somewhere here, right, this area here, this is where your stock markets are, your good quality companies like Coca-Cola, Visa, MasterCard, all this. This is where you get your 5% to 10% gains. Can you see that we are still very early into the cryptocurrency game? And another reason many of you guys will probably say, or will hear people say is this: Bitcoin is so expensive. Or how I wish I had bought Bitcoin 4 years ago. Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market travels in a cycle, just like the stock market. An example I have is this. This is the S&P 500 over a period of time. And we have crashes along the way. Same goes for Bitcoin itself. Because Bitcoin is very young, so I'm going to pull out this chart from 2015. 2016, we have a 50% drop. 2017, we have another 40% drop in February and March. And in June period, we have another 50% drop. And what happens after that? I'm sure everybody will know this is the most dramatic one. A 20,000 to 3,284% drop. Can you imagine this is almost mimicking exactly just what Amazon is doing? A 90% drop, and today they are one of the most valuable companies in the world. Bitcoin has fallen in 2018 to 85% drop, and now they're sitting about almost $60,000. Do you see repeating the same thing as well? And there's always chances for you to buy in. Just this year, or what we call a year-to-year chart, all these dips are coming in. And do you realize that the dips are always been buying up very sharply later on? And the reason that I have is this: big money is starting to move in. We have Robert Kiyosaki telling people to buy Bitcoin, to let go of the US dollar. Mark Cuban, who wasn't into cryptocurrencies, buy Ethereum, supports Ethereum, and now telling people to also buy more Ethereum as well. Now we'll get into cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance. Peter Thiel, one of the founders of PayPal, started another company called Palantir, is going to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and keep them in their balance sheet. How about this? Big banks, Morgan Stanley, also buys Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, entering the crypto space. ICAP going to launch Bitcoin exchange with Fidelity. JP Morgan following DPS route to offer their clients, and this is only for the accredited investors, the very super rich people, crypto funds as well. Do you realize that many of them are coming into cryptocurrencies? And one of the billionaires that are entering cryptocurrency and publicly announcing their holdings is this guy called Michael Saylor. He recently just bought some cryptocurrency using his company, and this is just a snapshot of what I took. And he holds 17,000 Bitcoin. His company called MicroStrategy holds 91,000 in May. In the past almost 4 to 5 months, they actually bought more Bitcoin as well. And how do they buy it? Michael Saylor actually got the company to sell bonds. Imagine selling a company's bonds just to buy Bitcoin. The first announcement on the bonds, 400 million, was 4 times oversubscribed. And when he knew it was oversubscribed, he sold an additional 500 million. He realized that 900 million may not be enough. He sold an additional 1 billion worth of shares just to buy Bitcoin. Total of $1.9 billion buying Bitcoin only. And when he keeps sharing this and things like that, one guy picked it up late last year. So they had some talk after this. They realized that, okay, maybe for our rocket scientist to another, December was the one this happened. And what happens after that? In February this year, Tesla bought Bitcoin. Even though now they stopped holding so-called accepting Bitcoin, but they're still holding 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Crazy, right? Imagine just a talk like that. And Michael Saylor realized that this could be a potential for many other companies. So they are offering business advice and solutions to help many other companies to transit their assets into Bitcoin. And we are still early. Imagine large corporations will start buying up Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin, and accepting Bitcoin from their consumers. And not only that, just big companies, how about this? I recently saw this news. BTS are coming into the NFT market. So what's going to happen? They will launch their own BTS. Their fans will buy BTS NFTs. And where are they going to buy it from? The crypto markets. And right now, most of the ETFs are being sold on the Ethereum network. They have to buy Ethereum. As such, fresh funds are coming into the Ethereum space. You guys must have read about this as well. Facebook is going to rebrand the company to call Meta, which is going to be the metaverse or the digital universe that we're going to go into. And we're going towards the digital era coming soon. And this is what happens. Nike, Adidas, big brand companies are joining in as well. They're coming into the metaverse. They're providing their shoes, their apparels, all into it as virtual goods. To buy virtual goods, you probably will have to use virtual currency or the cryptocurrency in this space. Last of all, in the entire world out there, or in the US itself, there is a crypto ETF that's being approved in October, which brings us the rise recently. But they are not the only one queuing to be approved. There are more than 40 ETFs waiting for approval. And the current ETFs that are out there are mostly derivatives. They don't hold any physical Bitcoin. And there are more than 20 plus ETFs are waiting to be approved where they will physically buy Bitcoin. So can you imagine if one or two of them get approved, institutional investors are able to buy ETFs. So at the start of things, you talk about DBS, right? Have their own private bank. They are launching a trust solution for cryptocurrencies. And the thing here is this: after 1 year, they are now opening up to the public. So Managing Director Ryan Manon is saying that without Bitcoin, Singapore risks being left behind. And they are going to open up to the general public soon in 2022. Hopefully, many more people will start to get invested into cryptocurrencies. And I would definitely want you guys who are looking to start investing in cryptocurrency to be ahead of them. And what I mean by this is the market cap of the world, all money in 2018. 2018, gold was only worth $9 trillion. Bitcoin was only worth $117 billion. So I was talking about Michael Saylor and his company, helping other companies to transit their assets into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. Apple has 1.6 trillion in 2018, Amazon 1.4 trillion. Total $3 trillion out there. Imagine these two companies only transit 1% of their market cap into Bitcoin. How much new fresh funds are coming in, right? And these are just two companies. You have a lot more others as well. So many companies out there. And in 2021, this year, Bitcoin hit $1.1 trillion. Gold only went up to 11 trillion. So within 1 year, gold gained 2 trillion in value, Bitcoin gained 10 times gain. And the thing here is this, Bitcoin is always touted as the next generation of gold, digital gold in a way. Could you put a possibility that the next generation and the next generation after that feels that Bitcoin should be valued the same as gold? It's a possibility. And that's a possible 10 times gain from here that's going to happen. So as I'm coming to the end of my presentation, I hope you guys are still with me and you have learned something tonight. Do type useful in the chat so you can let me know, yeah? So let me know if you have learned something useful tonight by typing useful in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. Glad you find my sharing useful. And for many of you guys who want to kickstart your cryptocurrency investing journey or take it further with me, let me share with you our training course or the course that I did that got me started into cryptocurrency investing. And we call it the Bitcoin Profit Secrets. So in 2017, we used to do live classes like this, as you can see. But when COVID happened, we couldn't hold classes anymore. So all our training materials, we convert into an online course. And we call it the Bitcoin Profit Secrets. So what is Bitcoin Profit Secrets? Is a complete online course where there are 7 in-depth modules where our systems that I mentioned earlier are all inside, where you can learn from them. More than 30 recorded videos, 7 hours of content, and these are all online videos you can learn on your own, anytime, any day. And you can keep watching it as much as you want. We also have partner bonuses, and one of them is that with Tokenize. So Tokenize platform is one of our preferred partner. And if you sign up using our referral in the course itself, it will give you 10 TKX coins. And general public, if you have a referral, is only giving you 5. And just TKX itself, referral is about $120 to $130 based on the current pricing. And you can use it for your trading platform on Tokenize itself. We also have discussion sections that you can ask questions to us, like myself or Chris, who will actually answer questions. And I will show you how it looks like later on. Last of all, for the online course itself, it's actually a lifetime online course. So once you have access to the course itself, it's a lifetime access. All right. So this we value at $997. So I'm going to share with you some of the chapters that we have. There's other 7 chapters, and in chapter 3 and chapter 4 is the system 1. Pardon my writing, yeah. I'm not very good user writing with a mouse. And in chapter 6 here, this is what I call the system 2, choosing good quality altcoins. And last of all, in chapter 3 is how you learn to build passive income from that. So right now, this is the most fundamental and basics, and we teach a lot about how to start up an exchange, how to get your money, your Singapore dollars into the exchange itself and start to buy your first Bitcoin. We are adding more modules in the coming year. So we're adding things like how to choose some NFTs, or how to get started into NFTs, or how to get involved into decentralized finance as well, because we see the crypto market moving towards there. So if you do join us early, you don't only get the fundamentals, you also will get some of the advanced topics later on. So this is something that you'll see. Once you click on any of the chapters, you click on any of the videos, you can actually watch the videos on your own pace at your own time. So let's say if you have questions while you're learning. On the top right section, you will see a discussion button here, a discussion panel that will open up. And from here, you can actually check with past students on some of the questions that they have. You can read them, or it's something new or something that you want to get our attention. You can actually ask us, create a new post and ask us. Chris or myself, we will come online, we will answer your questions and help you as much as possible on your cryptocurrency investing journey. Some of the reviews that we have on Facebook, we have 200 over reviews, 5 out of 5. And some of our students on our community actually shared some good reviews with us. So this is Nelson. He's 39. He's also started cryptocurrency way back, not say very back, 1 or 2 years back. And he's actually sharing that, if you have looking to kickstart or learn something from fundamentals, this Bitcoin Profit Secrets is something you should hold. Another of our students, Leo, he's 27, quite young chap. Within 6 months, he hit 100% profit. So he was joining us, I think, in 2020 in June. And he has zero knowledge about crypto. And within 6 months, he actually got back his portfolio, his capital in a way. We have another Nelson here. Nelson is 32. And he has a very good words that put for us. It says that, Crypto Night is the most valuable course that I attended aside from formal education. So nice of him to say that as well. But this is really true from all of our students and community members. Last of all, as I mentioned, having systems, and doesn't matter your age. Kid is about 49. So he has a 17-year-old kid who was talking about cryptocurrency. And from there, he decided that, okay, why not let's have a bonding period. So he and his son joined the course and started learning about cryptocurrencies. And today, they are actually reaping a lot of profits. And his son is going to the army. Imagine going to army with a 5-digit portfolio, where he started with only just like $1,000+ to $2,000. Crazy, right? That's what crypto can do for you. We understand that learning on your own may have a lot of questions that you have. So we want to include a 90-minute group coaching session, a live session that you have with us. So we want to make it in a smaller group, as such that myself and Chris, we can actually give you more focused attention. So during the session, you can ask us questions, you can ask us anything. At the same time, we will share with you what's the current market overview and trends, and the key profit strategies in the current crypto ecosystem. And this is valued at $397. Last of all, we're going to include additional bonuses like curated apps to systemize and track your prices, Excel sheet to auto-calculate suitable investment amounts, data aggregator tools for trend direction and price valuation. And these we usually shortlist to make sure that it works for our students. So this we value at $397. So for the full Bitcoin Profit Secrets package is the online course, the 90-minute group coaching session, and the curated resources, total value at $1,791. But for you guys, we're going to reduce it down to $697. But wait, okay? If you include the coupon code, right, you're going to enjoy an additional $300 discount. There's only a limited number of coupon codes out there. There's about, I think, I'm going to release 10 tonight. So do use this coupon code to enjoy the discount, yeah? Let me close off. Let me see. So I'm going to share with you the link on the sign up. Richard, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yep. So sorry a little bit. I kind of forget how to share the link already.
Okay, no problem. I will type it into the chat.
Thank you so much. So while Richard is typing in the chat itself, you can click on the link itself. I'm going to share with you, once you click on the link, how do you actually sign up for it? All right. Let me close off a little bit. So once you click on the link itself, this is the landing page that you will see. And over on the top right here, you click on Get Started. And over here, I'm using Firefox. So if you're using Chrome or using any other browser, you may see a bit difference. Yeah. So you do have to sign up here. Just type an email to register on the platform itself. Password, name, and then over here, once you have a coupon code, remember to type in Wealth Enjoy. You can apply. Enjoy that $300 discount. Yeah. Remember to use the coupon code. Yeah, there's only limited amounts out there. All right. So let me go back to my screen itself. So this is the coupon code. Okay. So meanwhile, you guys are actually or signing up, or you guys are having any questions, do chat with us. Do let me know. Just type in the chat and let me know. Yeah. And if you guys are signing up anything, just any issues if you have while signing up, also do let me know as well, so I can help you along the way. Okay. All right. Okay. That should be much. So if you guys are signing up and do remember to use the coupon code. Our next group coaching session is on the 27th of December. So if you sign up, do remember to mark this date down. Okay, because it's a good time to sign up because you have 1 month to complete the course to understand more about the videos. And when you reach 27th of December, you probably will have a lot of questions to ask us, and it'll be good to join us in that live session. Chat with us, chat with me and Chris. We will talk a little bit more about what crypto can offer for you. You know, and what are the good coins out there to buy. This is most important that many people who always enjoy our live group coaching session. Okay. So I'm going to look at some of the questions. Yeah.
AK, would you like to let me help you with that?
Yep, that'd be good.
Okay, wonderful. Now, thanks, AK, for your insightful sharing in these 1.5 hours with our attendees about the case for crypto in today's world. That despite uh, Bitcoin going to such a high level, that we are still not late in the game. Okay, so if you have questions to post to AK, please feel free to type into the chat box at the bottom right of your screen if you're using a computer. And if you're using a mobile device, please scroll up or down to look for the chat box. Okay, so if you would like to take up the offering by AK and Chris, please go to passivecryptowealth.com/AKCO, and you will be able to see the offer there to take it up at a very special price of only 397 for Sing dollars for a
Yes,
lifetime
in
access
dollars.
to their Bitcoin Profit Secrets online course that you can take at your own pace, rewatch it, and like what AK is saying, they are also adding content to the online course, and you can benefit it throughout your whole journey. I think I would like to pick up on what AK has shared, and that is to leverage on someone else's expertise and experience on your journey. It's like if we want to learn how to drive or we want to learn how to swim, we can go and try to figure it out ourselves, right? But it can be dangerous. We can get drowned. We can get into accidents. So what do we need to do? We need to go and take classes, have a coach. So in the case of crypto, if you do anything wrong, there is no way to recover your money. So it's very important that we have someone like AK and Chris, who have been there, done that, who have multiplied their crypto portfolio by many times to show us the way. All right. So, of course, if you feel that you want to venture out on your own, it is also perfectly okay. But for those of you who prefer to have a coach or a mentor next to you as you embark on this forest of crypto, then you may want to consider taking up AK's offer of 397 for the lifetime access to their e-course and also the continuous update that they're going to do to their e-course. All right. So, AK, maybe before I look at the questions, maybe you can, can I share with us uh, what are the top three crypto that you're looking at the moment? So out of the 12,000 altcoin out there, which are
Yes.
the three that interest you the most?
Okay, so right now, I'm looking towards Solana coin as one of them because they are doing up a new ecosystem. They are challenging Ethereum as well, where Ethereum cost is very high. So that could be one of them. The second one that I'm looking into is exchange coin called FTX, or the FTX exchange coin called FTT. So they are coming up to become the second Binance in the world. and the founder is actually doing very good work to support the entire crypto market. So FTT is the other one. So Solana is SOL, FTT is the second one, and the third one that I have is a coin called Olympus DAO or OHM. So this is a little bit more advanced because they are moving towards what we call a decentralized finance 2.0. So that will be a lot more work if you want to go into that coin as well.
Whoa, okay. Did y'all get it? If you didn't take note of that three, again, it is Solana, it is FTX coin called FTT, and the third one is Olympus DAO.
Yes, I'll type it in the chat as well, so you guys can
Oh,
actually do research it.
okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, so Solana, FTT,
And
F
Olympus now.
okay. So
Yep.
there you go. So this, if nothing at all, you walk away with this top three altcoin that is of great interest to AK. And if you want to do your own due diligence, please go ahead and then do your own due diligence. Okay, so now let me take a look at the question. All right, in the last 20 minutes of the webinar. So let me see. Okay. Oh, Douglas, you're asking how to sign up for the 397 course. Very simple. Go to passivecryptowealth.com/akco, right? So if you type in passivecryptowealth.com/akco, you will land on a page. Then on that page, you will be able to type in you'll be able to sign up for the course. So let me show you. So you go to this website, which is our website, right? So Bitcoin Profit Secrets. So thank you for your interest. If you'd like to take up the course, please remember to enter the coupon code Wealth and Joy. So you see this hyperlink here? Click here to enroll. So when you click here, you'll go to the sign up page, right? So on this sign up page, look for the sign up button 697, correct? So not to worry, you click on that, and then there'll be a place that you can enter. You will need to key in all this information first.
Yeah, I need to
To
sign up first,
Yeah,
correct?
correct. Then the next page, you will be able to enter the coupon code Wealth and Joy, and
Yes.
that will knock the price down to 397 Singapore dollars before you proceed to make payment. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, wonderful. Next question. Okay. Okay, Clarissa was asking, she have just signed up but unable to attend the 27th December coaching session. So can she attend the next one?
Yes, Carissa. No, if you're not, many of you guys who may not be able to join us on the 27th of December, no worries. We usually hold one every month, usually on the last Monday of the month for all our new students, but it's only one-time attendance. So do drop us an email. I'll just type in the email as well. Let me us know. We'll reschedule you to our next session. Okay.
Okay, so the online course is self-paced, right? So they can attend it anytime and then at their own time, own target to complete the online course, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, how long is the online course?
The online course, if you watch through all the videos, it will probably take about 7 to 8 hours. I mean, not recommended to just watch one shot everything. So I would highly suggest if you have like a weekend, 2 days, right? You can spend like 2, 3 hours in a day, then try to watch it one time. Then maybe the following week, just pick up some of the videos that are more important, that need to do more hands-on work, like opening an exchange, clicking to buy your first Bitcoin, things like that.
Right. Okay, so basically on time on target, total play
Yes,
time about 7 hours, so you can watch it and rewatch it unlimited.
yes, correct.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let me see. Okay, Aaron and some of you were asking where to enter the coupon code. So the answer is that after you go to the website, you need to enter the information on the first page. Let me show you again. Here, enter your name, your email, your password to create the online account in this online course. Then on the next page, before you make the payment, is where you can enter your
Coupon code.
coupon code. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Wonderful. So let me see. If they have any issues, face further issues about how to sign up, how can they get help?
They can drop. Let's say if you are signing up and you face issues, or maybe you make payment and you put in the code, it didn't work. You can drop us an email. We can always help you on that. The email
Okay.
is at info@cryptotrader.sg. Let us know.
Okay.
Our admin team will look into it.
Yeah. So I think Aaron was went
Oh.
ahead and signed up without entering the coupon code. So not to worry. AK and Chris are all Singaporean here in Singapore, so they will be able to help you. Just email them and they will help to sort it out. All right.
Yep.
So let me see. Okay. Um, watch your own pace. Okay. There was a question about which. Okay, R is asking, are there any legal crypto exchanges in Singapore for retail investors or traders?
Okay. For this one, legality is because cryptocurrency is not legal recognized in Singapore. To put it in general, an asset that can be legal in the eyes of Singapore can be taxed. And right now, there's no crypto gains tax, or there's no gains tax for crypto as well. So there's no original legal, but there's what we call approved or recognized by MAS. So one of them is tokenized. Another one that we know of is Coinbase. So usually we recommend tokenized because of the ease and I would say convenience of just depositing cash into the platform itself to start buying crypto. Is literally almost like sending money to stock exchange platform, almost as easy as that.
I see, I see. Okay, so uh, in short, at the current moment, tokenized is one exchange that you can use. They are also here in Singapore. Their office
Yes.
is in Singapore. Maybe next year, DBS will you can do
Yeah, we
online.
do hope as well.
Yeah, DBS and maybe OCBC and maybe UOB in the next few years. That's why we are still early in the game, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So when
yes.
the banks come in, then maybe a little bit less early. Right? Okay. Jimmy is asking, I've got some Ethereum. How to convert to a safe haven for keeping other than keeping it at Coinbase and exchange? So I think what Jimmy is saying is that he has Ethereum with Coinbase and he want to hold on to it safe, as safe as possible. So what can he do? Keeping it at Coinbase, or is there other thing he can do?
Generally, good reputable exchanges are pretty safe because first thing is that they have insurances. So if they are hacked, there is an insurance to cover them. Second thing is that let's say if you forget your password, or if you have what we call a 2FA, like our OTP, right, for your bank account. If you lose your phone, you cannot access it, you can actually check with them. They will actually help you to reset it, and you can actually prove who you are, and they will actually let you access your funds in the exchange. But let's say if you don't want to leave it on all these exchanges, I mean, end of the day, one of the so-called wise words of crypto is that not your crypto, not your money, right? So you can actually buy like a hardware wallet like this. I hope you guys can see it. Yeah, let me see it. So it looks
Can.
something like this, called a ledger or a Trezor. These are called hardware wallets. So what you do is that they act exactly like a wallet and they're encrypted. Till date, no one has able to hack into that wallet. They are the most secure wallet out there. But the problem with this, if you forget your password, almost nobody can help you. That's the important thing. So if you do get a hardware wallet like this, very secure, but you have to remember to write down your password and keep it safe somewhere. Okay, Jimmy?
Okay. Wonderful. Joe, yes, tokenized exchange. Uh, if that's what you meant. Now,
Yes, tokenized exchange.
Aruya was asking, is it difficult to understand the cause without financial or investing knowledge? Maybe put it another way, is it suitable for complete noob?
Yes, yes, literally. We have many students who started off in 2017, even today, where they have no idea how to invest at all. So they don't even know what is limit orders. They don't know how to click on buy and sell. They don't know even how to see the charts. And we will actually share with that on the platform itself, on the course itself. And it's very fundamental. We touch a little bit on how to open an exchange, how to send money into the exchange, how to buy your first Bitcoin or Ethereum, how to transfer the coins out as well. So it's all the fundamentals. And if there's any part that you're unsure, there's always a discussion panel, and you can always ask us questions there.
So that also relates to another question that was asking if there are questions or things that they want to ask during the course. How do they do it? So what you're saying is that in the online course, well, for each video, for each module, there is a section where they can ask questions, and you or Chris will be answering the question there. Is that how it works?
Yes, most of the time, yes. We do have a community that we support, and we actually share it more with you guys if you are interested in joining our community during the live group coaching session. So you can join us in what we call a Telegram group chat as well, where many of the members are down there to discuss about crypto, to help each other out as well. But for now, if you guys are just joining the course itself, you're always getting a lot of fundamental questions, very basic questions as well. So we'll stick all the fundamentals towards the Bitcoin profit secrets. Because if you suddenly just join the community, it's really somebody may get good shock, too advanced already.
I see, I see. Okay, good. So Sebastian is asking, would you be sharing or covering NFT in the course? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So in throughout the year itself, we realized that every time we upload a new video, especially like just an example like Binance, we actually upload a video in July period. And in August or August September period, suddenly Binance just has a big issue. We can't able to trade on it. So we realized that the crypto market is always moving very fast. So we are planning to add in more videos, and we're going to add in additional 2 more chapters in the coming year, as touching on decentralized finance and probably how to get into NFTs, some basics way of how to choose NFTs as well.
I see. So that will be added. Currently not there, but will be added. Am I correct on NFT?
Yes, correct. So will
Okay.
be added on in the year 2022. We see that that will be the next level of what the crypto market will be moving towards.
Right, right, right. In other words, maybe just as a reminder that once you have sign up for the course, you have lifetime access to the course, and whenever whatever is latest in the crypto
Yes.
market, you know, uh, 1, 2 years ago we have not even heard about NFT in the current form. So whatever the next thing is, AK and Chris will be adding the video into the online course, and you will have access to it without having to pay more, right? Just
No, don't have to.
yeah, so the course is evolving and will continuously be upgraded with the latest in the crypto world, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, wonderful. So the next question comes from John. John is asking, why are some governments not recognizing, crypto exchanges like in the case of Binance in Singapore or Huobi in Singapore? And then yet at the same time, uh, companies like DBS and maybe even OCBC moving forward will be offering crypto services in Singapore. What's going on?
Okay, generally for Binance and Huobi, what they did was that I believe, my personal opinion, is that they offer P2P, peer-to-peer services, which means that funds are exchanged between 2 parties without going through the exchange. Therefore, the exchange has no record of the funds exchange of the funds being moved around. And this brings about a danger or something that government wants to avoid, which is money laundering. I mean, Singapore, we have been so-called like a banking system, banking hub or financial hub, and we want to build on this so-called hub and to be very trusted by the world, so that more money, more investment funds can come in. We don't want to be said like, or we are doing money laundering, or Singapore is a very good place to do money laundering. So this is what I believe. And one of the things that I noticed among friends is that they actually got into police case with some of the P2P. And what they do is that they have a scams. They transfer money. They thought they transfer money to the correct person, but they end up transferring to another guy, because you won't know who are transferring to when you're doing P2P. And one of my friends, he got a police case. They, while doing investigation, froze the account, and that was his family expense account. So he couldn't use the money inside for 2 weeks. So can you imagine how stressful it is just because you are doing some P2P trades? So that's probably one reason why these exchanges are being blocked for the time being. And why DBS they are doing is because they have the records. And let's say the government at any point of time say how much money is being transferred into crypto and how much money is being transferred out. DBS or all these banks or whatever recognized exchanges like tokenized, they all have the records and they can be accountable for it. And they know who and how much money is into it. So I would say in general, just in very summary, is accountability. So that's what
Mm.
they want, the government wants.
I see, I see. Okay, in that sense, then, all these big exchanges, once they uh, comply, once they get their act
Yeah.
together, in terms of tracking the flow of funds between accounts, then they can apply to be allowed to accept Singapore citizens again, right?
Yep, hopefully.
So maybe in the meantime, we'll just stick to those exchanges that still allow Singaporeans to have an account with them. Probably MAS allow them to be exempted for now because they keep proper records or better records,
Yep,
right?
hopefully.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so John, I hope that answers your question. And the next questions come from Sean. Sean is asking, while I understand the demand and supply concept, which drives the value of the Bitcoin up, right? But there's always new crypto coming out and fighting for the money, for the funds
Right.
or for attention. So wouldn't that sideline or reduce the value of the old crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Yes, actually, we are seeing it in the past year, past cycle in a way. So if you notice that in the current top 10 crypto markets, right, or top 10 crypto coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum are still in the top two. It's because there's a lot of upgrades being done to the network. Like Bitcoin recently in early of November, they had a Taproot upgrade, which makes transactions faster and cheaper. Ethereum have already gone through at least one or two rounds of upgrades. They're coming up with more to reduce the gas fees or transaction fees that are coming, which is why these two coins are still up there as the top two coins. But the previous generation of coins, they are slowly falling off the top 10 chart. It's because they only provide a very fundamental solution. You have to see that all these coins are kind of like tech companies. If a tech company doesn't improve, doesn't evolve to provide new solutions, then they will start to lose their flavor. And they'll start to lose the flavor of like flavor of the month, they start to lose. And if they don't continue to do that, then yeah, their value will start to fall off. And soon new coins which are providing better solutions, better functions, faster transactions, they will start to get the traction and start to move up. Okay, so hope that answer your questions. Yeah.
I see, I see. Thank you, AK. Okay, Aaron, you said you just shift your connection. So you have paid the full price and you're asking about how to get a discounted price. So because you got disconnected just now, I believe that what you need to do is to email info@ cryptotrader.sg and they will help you to settle the excess that you have paid. All right. Okay, Aaron, I hope that answers your question. Uh, Douglas, you are having any problem? What you need some private chat to assist? So I think what you need to do, if you have any assistance that you need, please email to info@ cryptotrader.sg, and they will be able to help you. All right. AK and Chris are in Singapore. Their academy is in Singapore,
Yep.
so no problem to for them to assist you. All
Right,
right.
right.
Okay. So let me see. Um. Okay, Sean, another question from Sean. With so many crypto out there with all their white paper, how to determine which one has the potential?
This is a very open-ended question, seriously. But one of the good ways that we do or how we shortlist is actually we do it into our altcoin system. So we set a series of steps that we actually go through it. So I'm going to briefly just share a little bit for you guys who are still with us. So we talk about market cap. We talk about whether is it enhancement or are they providing a solution to a problem. And we also talk about things like how is the community like. So these are just three parts of it where we determine whether a coin can go up or go down. So I just touch a little bit more about one of it is called market cap. So let's say you find an altcoin that has 5 billion market cap. For it to give you a 5 times gain, you need that market cap to gain an additional $20 billion, which means you need 20 billion more fresh funds or more money to buy into the coin itself to give you that 20 to give you that 5x. But at the same time, you find a coin that's only worth 25 million in market cap. To give you that just 1x gain, you just need additional 25 million. Okay, so smaller market cap, easier to flip, give you multi-bagger rewards. Bigger market cap, lesser multi-bagger. But at the same time, bigger market cap doesn't mean they're not good. Why they're big? Because they have been established, they are big. And if you have a market, if suddenly market goes into correction, bigger market cap will actually retain some value to it. 5 billion market cap to lose 50%, you need to lose 2.5 billion. A 25 million market cap to lose half, you just need some will to sell 12.5 million worth of coins, and that's it. You lose 50% of your value already. So I do hope that will actually help you with some of your choices. But if you do sign up for our course, do look through the altcoin system. We have a full list. It's quite a long chapter in there because we understand altcoins can be very rewarding, but at the same time, it can be very risky as well.
Right. AK, maybe I can trouble you to, may I trouble you to show the syllabus? That slide where you have the syllabus, and that will probably be the last question that we have for tonight before we wrap up at 10. So you can take over the screen and share the slide with that syllabus, the chapter, I think 1 to 7 or 8.
Correct. Give me a minute. Yeah, let me try to bring it back to that.
Right, because there was a question inside
Yep.
the chat. Han is asking, he's not clear about exactly which are the system that you'll be teaching, right?
Okay.
So based on my memory, you will be teaching 3 systems. So maybe you can point, exactly, correct.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you'll be teaching 3 systems, system 1, 2, 3. Maybe just for the benefit of those who are still with us here and sitting on the fence, one having the same question about exactly what system they are getting. So maybe you can just share with us, what is this system 1, 2, 3?
Yep. So earlier I talked about system one where when to buy and sell Bitcoin. So on system one itself, we will actually share with you how to open up an exchange, how to buy your first Bitcoin, when to buy it, how to buy it as well. So in system one, chapter 3 and 4, this is the one. Okay, so we start off
Okay. So the
simply.
first system is on how to buy, when to buy, and when to sell Bitcoin.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So good, system 1. Okay, let's look at system 2.
System 2 is on chapter 6, where we talk about amazing altcoins. So how we evaluate altcoins, how we talk about what are the points on how we evaluate altcoins, how we analyze them, and then we also talk about how to buy them as well. As earlier I mentioned, one of it is market cap. So this will be covered in chapter 6, which I point out in system 2 here.
So the second system is altcoin. I think
Yep.
altcoin is extremely confusing because there are like 12,000 of them, right? So you will have a checklist and a systematic way to shortlist them, and then also how to buy them, when to buy them, and when to watch out for danger signs and when to sell them. Am I correct?
Yes, correct. Because
Okay,
we want to make sure, as I mentioned, altcoins can be risky, and there are more than 12,000 coins out there. 90% of them are mostly scams, so you want to avoid them. That's the most important.
right. Okay, so that's the system two, altcoins, how to navigate the altcoin forest.
Yep,
Okay,
correct.
so system one on Bitcoin, system two on altcoin. And the third system, what is the third system, please?
The third system is here, the bank builder system in chapter 5. So the third system is how you generate a passive income or so-called earn interest on the coins that you buy. So if you bought Bitcoin, bought Ethereum, you bought some altcoins, then what we're gonna do next? So we will actually share with you some of the places where you can deposit the coins and earn decent interest, ranging from Bitcoin to Ethereum, we see about 5 to 7%. And some of the even just stable coins, let's say USD dollars in a way, we call it USDC or USDT, between 10 to 12%.
That's per
That's,
annum, is it?
yes, correct. APY.
Right, right. Okay.
Yep.
So that's the third system. So
Yep.
system one, how to buy Bitcoin. System two, how to buy altcoin.
Yes.
System three, how to earn passive income with what you have bought,
Yes,
whether it's
correct.
the Bitcoin or
Yep.
altcoins. All right. So I hope that is clear on what exactly are the three systems you are getting from this online course. All right. So again, if you are interested to leverage on the experience that AK and Chris had, who have multiplied their crypto portfolio in the last few years, please go to passivecryptowealth.com/akco, and the details will be there on how to get the course at a super discounted price just for you. All right. So with that, I'd like to thank AK for your time today, and also thank all the attendees who have stayed on with us till now, and also those who are watching the recording. And I hope that you have gained some insights to the world of crypto, and that if you want to take it further from here, you can either do it yourself, or you can be guided by AK and Chris to do it yourself. All right. So with that, AK, do you have any last words of wisdom with our attendees?
Okay, so for those that are signing up, I do hope to see you on the 27th of December, where we can share more insights about crypto investing. And for those who are still on the fence, well, take your time. You can always be. We are still early in the game. If you're still not convinced, well, you just probably lose 1 or 2 months of gains, as I used to call it. And last of all, before I usually end all my presentations, I usually like to wish everybody a prosperous manner. So I'd like to wish everyone a big hola to all of you guys in whatever investments that you are holding right now or going
All
to put
right.
into.
Cool. And same to you, AK, right? All the best, and thank you for your guidance for the community and the students that you are under your wings, all right? Okay, and for everyone else, remember to join the Passive Crypto Wealth Telegram channels to be kept posted of more crypto wealth building, education, and opportunities, and stay green, all right? So goodbye, everyone, and see you at the next webinar. Bye,
Thank you,
AK, and bye,
everyone. Thank you
everyone.
so much. Bye
Thank
bye. Good
you. Bye
night.
bye. Good night.